If you're only going to college for the academics, then you're doing it wrong. It's crazy how I'm already going to be a sophomore in college because my first year went pretty fast. And I remember before I came into college, I was watching so many of the videos on college advice. I was pretty anxious and worried about what it'd be like being a college student. And now that I'm here, now that I finished my first year, I want to give you some advice. So if you're going into college and you're going to pursue a coding career, then you should keep watching this video because this video is specifically advice related to coding, and I'm gonna be breaking this up into 3 parts. First is gonna be classes, second is gonna be about projects, and last but not least, I'm gonna be talking about the social aspect of college. And this is my favorite part to talk about, so make sure to stick all the way to there. All right, let's talk about classes. And I feel like a lot of people don't really say this. Many people think that it's better to take the classes where they have experience in that language. But in my opinion, I feel like I wasted a lot of time doing that. As you can tell from my channel, I have experience in Python. So I took Python series at UW. When I finished taking the last class of the Python series, it didn't open that many doors. I was looking at all the upper level classes and checking the prerequisites. Most of the prereqs didn't include the ones that I've taken in the Python series. And this is a problem because I can't really go that far. What I should have done instead was take a different series that involved a coding language that I wasn't as comfortable with, called Java, because the Java series at UW opened so many more doors to upper level classes like data structure and algorithms and a lot of other cool classes. My advice is, instead of taking the classes that involve programming language where you feel the most comfortable in, you should take the ones that open the most doors for you, that are relevant to your career path. And even if you don't have experience in that language in the series, that's what college is for. It's okay to be uncomfortable. College is going to teach you that. So don't be scared of taking a class where you've never learned that language. Just step out of your comfort zone. You can do this. Another thing I want to mention when it comes to actually studying for a class is that they give you a syllabus. And I guess this doesn't really go for only the coding classes. It could go for any class. But for my Python class specifically, they had a whole syllabus, and I don't know about what your school is going to use, but our school used Canvas. They literally posted the whole schedule of what topics will be covered. If you want to go ahead and be prepared, you should look into those topics, especially at the end of the course, because the topics at the end get pretty advanced. And I also want to mention that you should talk to your classes. I don't know why I need to say this, but a lot of the classes I've been to, especially the CS ones, I sit there and nobody talks to each other. They just go to class, and then a few minutes before class starts, everyone's just like looking at their phones. They got their headphones in. So it's really hard to have a connection with other people. So try to start a conversation with the person sitting next to you, especially if it's the fall quarter or fall semester, because that's the time when the people are the most social. That's the time where you get the most networking done. And I'm gonna be talking about more on socializing later in the video, but I'm gonna move on to the next part, which is projects. And I'm not talking about the projects that you do in class. I'm talking about the ones that you do in your own free time. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I didn't really learn much in my classes. The projects that I do in class, I just did the bare bones of it. I didn't really go in depth because I didn't feel a genuine interest in the project that we were required to do. So if you're genuinely not interested in the project, then you should definitely not put that in a resume. And at that point, you're just doing that for the GPA in the class. And sometimes I wonder, I'm like sitting in class and I'm just wondering like why my parents are paying so much for this. Cause I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, I didn't really learn that much in my CS classes. I feel like I learned more outside of class because there's so much to more in college than academics. But anyways, I want to stress the importance of projects and outside projects in your free time, because those are what are going to show to the people looking at resumes, the recruiters, what you genuinely like to do and what your interests are outside of class. And your situation is probably going to be different than mine. You're probably going to learn more in your classes than I did. But even if you do learn a lot, all that knowledge isn't really worth anything unless you actually apply it to something practical. And so that's where projects come in. I know a lot of CS students, they do projects just for the resume, but you shouldn't be doing it only for your resume. You should be doing projects because you find enjoyment in coding, and the projects that you do make you enjoy coding even more. And you should also be doing projects to see how creative you can get with your interests and hobbies. For example, I really like to go to the gym, and so what I did last summer was I built a fitness app that tracked all the users' workouts, and they were able to display all the weights and their sets and all that information on a single page, and they can log in, log out. So just do something like that where you can, it doesn't even have to be a big project. It could be as small as you want. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to the final part. And this is my favorite part to talk about because it was the main thing that I enjoyed in college, and that is the social life. In my opinion, you should do as much as you can in your first year to not spend time in your dorm, because there are some people out there that go to class and just sit in their dorm, and you're just wasting all that good opportunities out there. Because if you're only going to college for the academics, then you're doing it wrong, because you can literally learn all the stuff online in like a 5-minute YouTube video on Khan Academy. You gotta make the most out of the college experience and the people you're around, because college is a community. There's so many people. College is a time where there's gonna be so many people around you who are driven like you are. And so you gotta do your best effort to meet people and have fun. And I'm not talking about party, because I know some people may get pressured into partying because, you know, it's seen as, you know, you have to, if you have a social life, then you have to be partying all the time. But that's just not true. I know a lot of people that have a really good time and a really good social life in college without going to any parties at all. You can have a good time socializing in club events, like the CS events that they host, or also the hackathons that you can compete in. All those things are productive ways to socialize, and it's probably a better use of your time than just going to frat parties every single week. In your club meetings, you're able to meet people who have the same interests as you. And coding by yourself can get really lonely, so being involved in a lot of coding clubs can be really helpful, because you never run out of things to do, and you'll have people to support you and people that you can have fun with. It might sound counterintuitive, but I think that socializing helps you stay more motivated, and it helps you do your work even better. Because if you have like no social life and you're just sitting in your dorm all day, grinding and not getting any sun or touching any grass, then you're gonna get really burnt out. And I've experienced this. There were some weeks in my college, in winter quarter especially, there were times where I felt really burnt out because I didn't go outside at all. Another thing I want to point out is don't be scared of talking to upperclassmen. There's going to be a lot of upperclassmen in the clubs that you attend or in the classes that you're in. And so don't be scared to talk to them, because they have advice. They know what you've been through, and they've probably experienced the same struggles that you're going through right now. So if you ask them a question, then they'll probably be more than happy to help you. And also, something that I've been doing pretty recently was to make sure to showcase my results to more people. And what I mean by this is because we're living in a time where there's so much social media like Instagram and, you know, LinkedIn. Everyone's got a LinkedIn account nowadays. If you haven't already, then you should create a LinkedIn right now. You want to showcase, you want to let other people know what you've been doing, and that's going to motivate you even more. Keep doing that. If you keep doing that, recruiters are going to notice you on LinkedIn, and you know, you might even get a few cold messages from them. Just what I'm saying is to put yourself out there as much as possible. Put yourself on the internet, like I'm doing with this YouTube video. Put yourself out there in clubs, and put yourself out there in a bunch of different classes that make you feel that you're a little bit uncomfortable in doing because you don't have the necessary skills, but you're still willing to learn. Because college is all about stepping out of your comfort zone and making an effort to learn and meet as many people as you can, because those people will be able to make you the best possible version of yourself. Okay, that's all I got for this video. I think I've been rambling on for a little bit because I got so much to say about like my first year experience in college. Let me know if this was helpful, and if you have any questions, just send me an email and I'll be happy to answer your question. Or you can leave a comment down below, because I love talking about what I've been through my freshman year, because a lot has happened. So anyways, if you want to check out my other coding videos that I've done, some of them are going to appear on the screen. I'm also in the middle of making a SQL playlist on data lemur videos. I'm going to go through all the solutions, through all the SQL problems that the website offers. So stay tuned for that. Have a good day. Thanks for sticking to the end.